Hey guys, didn't plan on doing a video today, but I just wanted to jump on here real quick and give you a look at some of these strawberries I'm harvesting and tell you, like, if you don't grow strawberries, you need to. There is nothing better than picking a nice warm strawberry fresh from the plant and just eating it right then and there. These strawberry plants have done phenomenal this year. I cannot believe the production and just the size of these plants. I planted these last fall and I only planted 4 in each of these 4 raised beds, and they spread so many runners that they're like a couple inches apart every way from side to side. I'm gonna have to go in there this fall and thin them out because there's just so many of them, and hopefully fill up some more beds. I usually grow in containers, and every year I lose a bunch of them, and I don't know if it's because they get too dry or too cold in the winter, but every year I lose a bunch of them, and I'm not planting in containers anymore since growing them in the ground and seeing the production and the size of these plants and how many runners and everything that they've sent off. I will definitely be growing in the ground from now on. These are about the typical size that I've been getting, and like this spring when they first started putting buds and baby fruit on, each one of them had at least 30 per plant, and they have just continued to produce. And these are all supposed to be June bearing, but they started producing early May, and they've been producing really good for the last 3 weeks, and it looks like there's no end in sight because they're still blooming a little bit, not as much, but they're still blooming here and there, and there's still tons of fruit left on them. Let me turn you around and I will give you a quick look at these plants. I have a raspberry in the center of this one, but like you can see, like there's 2 right there. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. This is probably the original one that I had planted in the corner. I planted 1 in each corner. There's another one there. Here's probably the other original one. I've got someone calling me. I apologize if you can hear that ringing. Sorry if you could hear that ringing. But there's another 2. I mean, it's just, like you can see where every group of stems come out, that's another plant. And they even went into the walkways right over top of the landscape fabric and sent down roots. But like you can see the size of these berries and the number of berries per, I don't know what they're called, but like the little part that sends off fruit. We've got a couple that are rotten because I've just not been able to keep up with it. They've been so productive, but each one of these had so many fruit on each one. And usually the plants that I grow in containers only have like 1 at a time per plant ripening, and usually only like a total of 3 per plant. Like here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there was a 6th, just totally loaded with fruit. Here you can see another plant with just so many. But I'm definitely going to have to thin these out because it's just so hard to harvest them when they're so crowded like this. But yeah, just wanted to come on quick and give you guys an update and let you know, if you don't grow strawberries, you definitely should. They're so much better tasting than the ones at the grocery store, because those have to be harvested well before they're actually ripe, in order for them to be firm and able to be shipped and transported without, you know, getting mushy and being bad before they get to the store. And they're just so much better warm and right off the plant. But all right guys, I will talk to you in the next one.